Hello, hello, hello. It is Cassandra Terry, your manifesting miracle maker, and today is Wake Up Wednesday. It's hump day. Halfway through the work week for most people. How are you feeling? How's everybody doing? I feel, if you can't tell, I feel great. I may not look great because I got up extra early and I've been out and walking and got my hour in. I'm a part of a 21-day challenge with Dr. Ola on LinkedIn, and it's to walk half an hour a day for 5 days a week for the next 21 days and to get at least your 64 ounces of water in. So I'm actually getting my multivitamin down right now, Camille. So I've gotten my morning off to a good start. And it's so important. It is so important. Good morning, Sonia. I see somebody who joined from LinkedIn, but you show up as LinkedIn user, so I can't see who you are. Hello, Coral, my sister from across the pond. Welcome. If you guys haven't met Coral yet, one of the most positive, supportive people I've ever not met. How about that? Because she's in the UK and I'm in Texas. So we haven't physically met, but we've spent a lot of time together in different virtual spaces. And she's got become somebody that I really, really enjoy her presence. Let's see. Sonia says, I'm dragging, but I have goals for today. Hey, that's a good start. If you have goals, at least you have something to focus. Sometimes our energy is low. Sometimes we don't have all of this that I'm feeling right now, but I've been taking my multivitamins for a few days and we've been on our walking routine for about a week and a half or so. And so after a few, it starts to kick in, the energy starts to kick up. But Sonia, sometimes you have those days and you wake up and you'd rather just stay in bed. You can't find the energy. So the fact that you've got goals, focus in on those, and that precious energy that you do have, even though it's lower than what you would like, you have somewhere to point it so that you're not just all over the place. So when you have a goal and you can be more single focused, then you can use that energy well, however much of it you have. So I feel you, girl. When I first opened my eyes this morning, I had a little bit of a headache. I had a long evening and I went to sleep without dinner. Not intentionally, but it kind of worked out that way. And so now I woke up and I was like, ugh, my husband, are you going? You're going to walk? Yes. It's great to have that support system, have somebody that's pulling you along. Because part of me wanted to just stay in bed. But I'm just thinking how different I am now than when I opened my eyes an hour ago. So just getting the body moving and it has made a big difference. So hopefully that energy level will continue to climb upwards for you, Sonia. But if not, give yourself some grace. Take that list, your goals, prioritize it. What are the most important things that you need to get done? And just focus on those. Focus on those so that you can do the things that are absolutely necessary, but also give yourself a little grace and self care when you're feeling a little bit lower in energy as well. It's not always time to push. Sometimes it's more important to prioritize than to push. Erskine, glorious day to you as well. Coral, I love you also. Thank you for all that you do. Hello, Claudia. So, LinkedIn user is Claudia Clemens. I'm so glad to see you here. You guys keep coming in. As usual, I have a quote to start today with. Kimberly says, accountability partner is a big help. It absolutely is. You guys may not know it, but you're my accountability partner in a sense as well. I start each day at 7:15 in the morning with these lives. And there was a time when I didn't know whether or not it mattered if I showed up. But I had work schedule changes and then had some illnesses in the family, had some vacations, different things have come up over time that's taken me away. And my inbox was pretty popping. People were like, "Where are you? What's going on? I miss your lives." And that meant the world to me. But it also meant that there's folks who are counting on me to show up and keep the schedule that I've committed to. So I had to come up with a plan. So on days when I can't make it physically be here, I go back. I have over I think getting close to 100 hours or more of audios, of videos like this. So on days when I physically can't make it, then I'll go back and pull up. an older live, because a lot of you are newer followers and I've been doing this for a while. So I can pull up a Wake Up Wednesday from, months ago and share one of those. And I just notate that it's a replay, because I think you guys should know, whether or not I'm physically here or not. So I do that. And I've been shocked at how much um, interactions I get from those, and it fills in the gap when I can't physically be here. So that's holding myself accountable to the commitment that I've made to you guys. Me and my husband made a commitment that we would get up every morning at 5:45 and we would walk for an hour. So when he got up, I hear him lacing up the shoes and he says, "Are you coming?" In my mind, I was thinking, "Oh, I'm about to get a headache. I'm not quite." But just hearing his voice, "Are you coming?" Yes, let's do it. And I was up and out, and now I feel so much better. Headache never materialized, and I'm full of energy. So that accountability partner is absolutely important. So great share there, Kimberly. So let me get with you. Quite a few of you guys are here. Let me look on this side for a minute because I see several people from TikTok have joined as well. Picket Greens 88, Jane Stout, Quiet So Vibey. The TikTok folks always win at the name game. You guys always have the best names. So if I missed you, I'm sorry. It scrolls by so quickly, but if you're there, drop a heart, a thumbs up, or a hello, and that way I can call you out as well. I see Gaiety just joined. Veronica Stevens, you guys are rolling in. Let me get started with the quote for today, um, and then we'll jump in and I'll tell you why I chose it and how that one kind of resonates with me and what's important for why I think it really fits our Wake Up Wednesday. The quote is from Mike Murdock, and it says, "The secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine." So think about that. The secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. What do we mean by that? So your future is where you're going, right? It's the life that you would like to build for yourself. It's actually the life that you're going to have, and how that's determined is not by some future act, but by what you're doing right now. The secret of your future, how your life is going to unfold, the things that you want, whether or not you're actually going to accomplish those goals. That all starts right now with the daily routine. I thought that was a perfect quote for Wake Up Wednesday. On Wake Up Wednesday, we talk about waking up. We talk about being intentional. When I say wake up, the reason I say that is because the majority of our lives we live on autopilot. We are just going through the motions. We wake up at the same time, we go through our morning routine, we get in the car, we drive our route, we do our day, we come back home, we have some dinner, and we get ready, go to bed and get ready to do it all over again today. There is absolutely nothing wrong with routine, but you need to turn the brain on and not be on autopilot. Our lives are way more important. You are way too valuable to be living on autopilot. Have you ever gotten in your car to go to a destination that you go to often, your job or your mom's house or whatever, and you get there and you don't even remember the route? It's like, well, I'm here. I've gotten from point A to point B, but I absolutely don't even remember making the drive. It just, you were on autopilot. The brain was doing whatever it was doing, and you weren't tapped into that. So whatever was going on around you, you missed. You absolutely missed it. And we miss a lot in our lives because we go through it that way. It's so regimented for us, the things that we typically have to do, that we're just going through the motions thinking that we have to do them. But if you actually step back for a moment and start to ask yourself the powerful question of why? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this way? Why am I doing this right now? And if the answer doesn't align with the goals that you have, if the answers don't align with what it is that you're trying to accomplish, then because you're aware, you're awake, you can change course. You can do things differently. And we forget how much power we have. We're so busy doing that sometimes we forget we're busy. And busy feels good to most people. It makes us feel like we're doing things, like we're accomplishing things. But there's a big difference between being busy and being productive. Eventually, I'm going to start asking the regulars to just write what I'm about to say in the comments, because I've said it a lot. When you're busy, you're doing a lot of stuff. You're taking a lot of action. You're doing things, you're getting stuff done. But when you're productive, you're doing the right stuff at the right time to accomplish the goals that you have set out for yourself. Sonia said, I'm tired. I'm dragging actually, but I have goals for today. And my immediate response to that was put your energy into those goals. It's limited already by how you're feeling. So make sure that the things that you're doing, how you're spending that energy aligns with those goals that you have for today. You only have so much to give. We all do. There's only so much time in the day. We only have so much energy. There's only so many opportunities for us to do the things that we want to do at any point in time. Are you taking advantage of that? Or are you distracted by busy? Busy is a distraction. And we've learned in our society to stay that way. It makes you feel important. It makes you feel like you're getting a lot of stuff done. But are you doing the right things? Only you can. I'm not here to judge. Only you can. You have to look at the goals that you have laid out for you and then have an honest assessment as to whether or not the way you're spending your time and the things that you're choosing to do, the activities that you're involved in, are supporting those goals. If they're not, you're just busy. There's a big difference. And so I want to encourage you to get past busy and spend your time being productive. You absolutely can. The only difference is turning the brain on and not being on autopilot and actually thinking about what you're doing with your time. We all have the ability to do that, right? Wake up, be intentional. Being When you're intentional, you are taking determined steps to get somewhere. You know where you want to go, but you also know where you are. So you start with that. Awareness is key. Assessing where are you and where is it that you would like to be. When you have those two data points, now we're just plotting a course. That's your plan. You're planning how you're going to get from point A to point B. And then you're assessing along the way whether or not you're taking the right steps to make that happen. It makes yeses and nos so much easier. When someone is asking for your time, someone's asking for your attention, someone's asking for your resources. That someone could be a physical person, that someone could be a TV show, that someone could be something like this. If this isn't valuable to you, if working on your mindset, you've already done it, and you get no value out of coming to a live like this, there's nothing wrong with you disconnecting. There isn't. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I would much rather you spend your time doing the things that are going to help you reach your goals. This is a goal of mine, to be here and to share the things that come up, right? In the mindset space. And so that's what I'm doing. And I want the people who are on the receiving end of it to not just hear it, but hopefully there's something, just one thing. If it's just one thing that you grab onto, that you can incorporate into your life, then I haven't wasted my time, right? And neither have you. I was Dr. Boyce Watkins and Matthew Garland and others were in town this past weekend, and I had the opportunity to open for them and do a talk on mindset to prepare their audience. Robina, oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. And I had the opportunity to prepare their audience before they came up and dropped all the nuggets that they did. And that I was talking about my, mindset. What else am I going to be talking about, right? And one of the things that I said to them is these folks are powerhouses. They have proven programs, and they know what they're talking about. They've lived what they're talking, and they're going to share a lot of great information with you. But you could get information overload and just be so overwhelmed. So take your notes. But by the end of the day, highlight one or two things that you're going to incorporate into your day. What are one or two things from all these speakers that you're going to hear that you're going to do differently than when you walked into the room? Because if you walk out the same way you walked in, you've just been entertained. You've just been distracted. But if you actually learn something and incorporate it into your life and act on it. Now, your time has been well spent. Their time was bought and paid for, so they're good. It's your time that's important when you go to things like that, right? I'm here because this is something that's important to me. So I can even say my time is bought and paid for, at least inwardly, because this is something that I desire to do. Some of you guys I see day in and day out. I have a group of folks like Coral and like Kim and like Erskine and Sonia. You guys show up all the time. And I appreciate that so much. But beyond the appreciation, my prayer is that there's something that's changing in how you live your life, that you're picking up something and incorporating it and taking some action so that you are meeting the goals that you have, so that you're setting good plans for yourself and that you're taking action to implement those plans. That's what it's all about. I mean, I could get into the ego of the numbers, right? And go, hey, I had this many people show up today. But if nobody is actually getting anything out of it, then we're all just hanging out, right? Good morning, Dr. Marcia. Dr. Marcia, I was in your room yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Absolutely powerful. Um, oh my goodness, I got so much out of your room, and I need to make sure that my notification is on. I'm going to go after this to make sure that I don't miss any time that I have the opportunity to tune in. Dr. Marcia is on LinkedIn, guys, and it's Dr. Marcia Thomas Powell. If you have the opportunity, if you want to be inspired, if you want to have your soul set on fire, because she comes from a Christian perspective, but she's sharing the mindset. She's sharing the inner work. She's sharing how you can get out of your own way, tap into your inner power and your higher power, and do the things that you need to do to have the life that you desire. So we are soul connected that way. We're in the same space, but I think she's been doing it a lot longer than I have or something. And she's got that doctor in front of her name, and impressive what I heard yesterday. I was so fired up after her room. So I encourage you guys to check her out. And that's the thing, that's the other thing about when you're intentional, when you have your goals set, and when you have done some of this inner work and you know who you are, you can cheer on other folks. You can see the opportunities to collaborate and learn from one another, and there's no skin off your nose. She does something similar to what I do. Robina is on. Robina is actually has been my coach for a long time, and she is magnificent. She's on Instagram right now, and I've seen her take what she was doing when I first met her and blow it up. I mean, she's doing so much more than I even realized. I was watching one of your lives last night, and so there's so many powerful people in the same space that you could allow yourself, or let me personalize it, I could allow myself to be intimidated by others. Certainly when you're on a stage with folks like Dr. Boyce Watkins and Matthew Garland and folks like that. But we all have our unique gifts. If everybody in the audience were all life coaches, if everybody in the audience all focused on mindset, it would still be a different experience with each of them if they have really stepped into their own power and found their uniqueness. We all bring something different to the table because we all have our own experiences, right? We all are coming from our own particular points of view and bringing with us the life experience that is uniquely ours. So don't ever be afraid to give somebody else their flowers. They come back to you tenfold, I think a hundredfold. Last night I was doing a room. I did a room with a lady, Lisa, on menopause, and she asked me to do some mindset conversation around that topic. And there's this one guy, Any, who has gotten us all so involved into these audio rooms on LinkedIn. So I was just quietly behind the scenes messaging him and telling him, I hope you receive all the gratitude and admiration that everybody has for you, because so many people are connected and doing well because of the behind the scenes work that you do, Any. So when people are, because you can see discomfort when he's being given those accolades. And so I just quietly messaged him. After that room, I went into another room. And as soon as I got in, I was asked to come up on the stage. They wanted to ask me a question and wanted me to share something. That was all fine, did my thing. And then as the room was starting to die down, people started to the Brian who hosts the room was saying how, oh, even before you got here, I was quoting you. I was on your room this morning and it really helped me. And so I was telling people about some of the stuff you said. And then people started to unmute. Yeah, Cassandra, you're great. Cassandra, you're awesome. I really enjoy this. I really enjoy that. And then this one guy said, I was so inspired by your share that I just wrote this. And he broke out into spoken word. And he just blew everybody's mind by what he wrote. And it was really framed around some of the conversations that I had had earlier. And he was like, you're going to get your flowers now, sister, whether you're comfortable or not. And I say all that to say, I gave one compliment, one opportunity. I took one opportunity to uplift somebody. And then I walked into a room, I mean, literally 20 minutes later, maybe, and the whole room uplifted me so much. So know your value, know your worth. And when you know that, you have so much more of all of you to give. Take care of yourself, and then you're able to be so much more giving to anybody and everybody else, and you'll be amazed at how it comes back to you. I was blown away, completely unexpected. But look at my shirt. This is one of the shirts that I made a long time ago. And it's because it falls into our space. Tell yourself daily, you are worthy, you are enough, you are capable, you are loved. If you are coming from that mindset, if you're believing these things about yourself, if you know your worth and your value just by tuning in to you, those accolades that I'm talking about, they felt great. But that's not going to happen every time I go into a room, right? So if I needed that in order to feel good about myself, if I needed that in order to get going, then most days I wouldn't. Because that's not what most days are like. It's appreciated. Yes. It encourages me. It motivates me. It keeps me going, right? It pours in. But when they don't come, I'm still worthy. I'm still enough. I'm still capable. I'm still loved. And that's what I want for everybody, that stuff is coming from inside of you. When it's coming from inside of you, magic, power, love, support, those things start to come outside of you. And those are the people and the types of things that you attract to you. So mind your inner self, mind that inner being, get connected with your source. Vertically is important. Know where your power comes from and be plugged in and connected with that. And when you look in the mirror, be able to love and appreciate the reflection that's looking back at you. If you have that, you have absolutely everything you need to do and have any and everything that you want. Because most of our stuff, most of the things that are in our way is coming from inside, and that we can control. It's tough at times because sometimes you uncover some stuff that you push down, way down, never to deal with again. But when you're willing to go inside and to do the work, what is left behind is something so powerful, something so beautiful, and the world becomes a better place. The world becomes better because you've stepped into your purpose, and now you're in a position to give from a place of from a fulfilled life, right? You're full, so you have more to give. When we're trying to give out of lack, it's so difficult for you and the person on the other end. So allow yourself to be filled up. Know where and how you are able to be filled, and tap in and stay connected to that source and watch how your life unfolds. So the my old lady brain is kicking in. The quote. I had verse. The verse is what was on my mind, but the word I really want is quote. The quote of the day, I'll read it again. The secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. And what we mean by that is asking yourself the why. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I doing it now? Why am I doing it this way? Get some clarity about the activities that you're taking, the energy that you're expending, what you're putting your time and your resources into. Are those things going to get you to the life that you say that you desire, right? When you are intentional, you're deliberate in your steps. You're deliberate in where you spend your time and your energy. And that's what Wake Up Wednesday is all about. When we talk about being intentional, we're talking about making deliberate actions, taking the actions necessary to create the world, the life that you so desire. That's what it's all about. So, the secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. Christy, hello. And thank you, Sierra. You're probably gone into your classroom now. My daughter's a teacher. I'm the proud mother of a teacher. So she's off to change and nourish mine. So go ahead and do your day, baby girl. The secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. So, what that means is take the time to develop a routine. What are the activities that you need to take, Sonia, to hit those goals that you have laid out for yourself? We all need to ask ourselves those questions. Write it down, be clear about it. And then when you find yourself spending your energy doing other things, check it out. Is that what you intend to do? Maybe you're taking a break away from that, and it's okay. We don't have to be so regimented that we only do these things, but be mindful, be intentional, be determined. And that way you're not just drifting, but you're making those deliberate steps so that you can create the life that you desire. That's what Wake Up Wednesday is all about. I am Cassandra Terry, your manifesting miracle maker. I am so glad for each of you guys for joining us, joining me. I'll leave you with the quote once again. The secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. Take that with you throughout the day. Remember that where you put your energy is going to determine how your life unfolds, right? Um, if you guys have gotten anything out of it, please like and share. Invite others. I'm here every day, well, Tuesday through Friday at 7:15 a.m. Central. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thankful Thursday, and we will talk about the power of gratitude tomorrow. So bring someone with you or tag someone in today's live and invite them to come back tomorrow. I want to continue to grow this community. You guys help me so much. I get great comments along the way. If you guys are on LinkedIn, please take a look at my newsletter. I am growing that as well. It goes out once a week. It's The Voice Within Wins. It goes out every Saturday morning at 10 Central. So if you haven't followed that yet, please go out and subscribe to the newsletter. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow at 7:15 a.m. Central for Thankful Thursday. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for joining in. Bye, everybody.